Hey guys, it is the ninth day of my vlog. If I had been doing daily, uh, we had some pretty brutal rain, which was much needed, so I'm not complaining. But we had a ton of rain over the past 2 days, so I haven't been able to get out here and do another video. But I did want to go ahead and show you, the progress that's been made from those 2 days since my last video. There is some, you can kind of see some speckling across here. There's some wax that's getting left on the little plexi. I'll hopefully clean that off next time I do an inspection inside of the hive. But they basically got this almost fully capped. Like, we're darn near there. Now, the way bees fill up a hive is they start in the center, or one of those center-ish frames, whether it's, not necessarily exactly center, but they kind of pick a nucleus point, and then they build out like a basketball. And eventually, all of it gets big enough that it gets full. So this last frame should be the one that's the last to be capped and filled, and then all the inner ones would have already been done. Now, in my case, I've already done one extraction off of this hive, and it was out of those middle frames. So if you go back and watch one of my other videos from earlier in the month, I did an extraction on these 3 frames. Now, that said, this one was already, for the most part, filling up or almost full, but because I had done the extraction on these 3, I wasn't sure if they were going to continue with this one, or if they were going to retroactively go back and fill these up, or how that was going to work. And I think because this one was already so full of honey, they just went ahead and started capping. So I'm still not going to do an extraction probably until this weekend. Today's Thursday, the 6th, June 6th. And so probably by either Friday or Saturday, I'm going to do the extraction. But before I do, I'm actually going to do a inspection on these frames, because based on what I'm seeing here, these are basically full again with new honey. They still have not finished out this last frame, but these are the 3 that I drained last time. This is obviously completely capped, cured, full, ready to go. I could draw it today if I wanted to. But I'm not going to do that one yet. I'm probably going to do these 2 at the same time, but based off of how full these get between now and either Saturday or Sunday, depending on when I do it, I may get to do another extraction across the board, and that would be 2, 4, 6 frames at a half a gallon apiece. So that's 3 gallons of honey that's in there. We're in a really great season for harvesting honey right now, especially in this method, where there's plenty in the hives for the bees, and they're bringing it in obviously very quickly. I mean, I did an extraction just a couple weeks ago, and it's already back full. So normally it takes almost a month to fully fill a super when the flow is on, but they're cranking away and doing really well. Population's great. Bees are happy, coming and going, all that fun stuff. And then real quick, before I finish this out, I'm going to walk over to my flow hive numero dos, because I did get to take a look at this a little while ago, and I wasn't sure, how this was going to go for this year, because this is literally a swarm that just landed in my backyard. I didn't get the box until end of February, beginning of March to put them in, and so I wasn't sure, really how this would work out. But as you can see, even on here, they're now I don't know, based on that other hive, they're about 2 weeks behind, or 3 weeks behind where that other hive is. So I would imagine sometime in the middle to end of June, this hive will look like that hive did. And then when you pull the back off here, you can see that they are just going at it. Now the honey over here is lighter, which usually means, or sorry, the liquids that are in the cells are lighter, which usually indicates that that's a lot more nectar and a lot less honey. So either way, we're going to keep an eye and keep doing inspections and make sure that before we do anything that all the cells are full and capped. But I'm definitely interested to see how this plays out. Just keeping an eye on how they're doing, but they are doing a very good job of filling these up. Now this is the hive that I had swarm a couple weeks ago, and I did find a bunch of queen cells in there, so I've got to be able to check it this weekend and just confirm whether or not those queen cells hatched, if the queen in there is mated. If she is, I'm going to do I'm going to spend some extra time in there to make sure I find her, and I'm going to mark her. This will be the first queen that I've marked, but I got some stuff one of those little cups that it's got a sponge on it to keep her safe, but you push her up and use a little paint pen and mark the queen. So that'll be really cool to see. It'll also make, in the future, spotting her a lot easier. So outside of that, yeah, I don't anticipate any craziness going on in the next couple of days, but if they do, I'll make sure I update you guys. I'll definitely take some video over the weekend. My mom is coming in town, and so I know she wants to get in here, so I may be able to get her on the channel and kind of have an extra set of hands while I'm doing this too, so that'll be fun for the inspection portions. A little fire ant. I haven't had any issues with ants on this hive until recently, so I'm pretty sure it's due to the rain, but make sure we squish them. Nobody's setting up residence or anything like that. Anyway, all that said, you guys have a great day, and I will post another one here soon. Thanks.